Thank you for coming on into the live and sharing your essence with me in this eternal moment of which we all share, an inextricable and inexorable part. Thank you for doing your part, for coming on in each and every day, and we'll do the same without wasting a single second of your time. Bada bing, bada boom. We go into the charts. So we're hanging out around this 786 of this retrace of the impulse to the upside on the drop back down on these 12-hour candles. Do we get a little bit of a bounce here, a relief rally, if you will, a run for profit Friday into some of the shorts as the shorts close and possibly continue further down at a later point? Let's go into High Block Capital to take a look at the liquidity. What is High Block? Well, people lock their liquidity into the charts to get burnt to a crisp by the market maker for not using a stop loss, and we get to see where those crispy characters lie in wait. So let's do that now. So on the 1 minute time frame, we are imbalanced to $7.28 billion in short liquidity, and you can see those pools very actively up here. They came back into this 100x pool here on the way down and then dropped further, and then we were talking yesterday about possibly coming up into this 100x pool at 26,991. They have yet to do that, so they could be engineering some idea to come up into those zones. We got the 50x partner in crime up at 27,271. We marked those off already yesterday as an idea for a bounce. We do have a double bottom. We took out some of these 100xers. They're saying to the premature long 100x pool people like no, not just yet. As they retrace into the 100x shorts, they retrace into the 100x longs, and then we could be coming up to the shorts at some point soon. Let's expand our vision to the higher time frame pools. Switch this to max liquidity, and we previously cleared the 7-day imbalance, so the next imbalance is to the upside, plain and simple, on the 7-day. Monthly still has an imbalance down below to the tune of double digits, about $50 billion imbalance, sub 26K. So coming down into that region could still be on the chopping block for the longs. If we go to the 3-month, that continues further down into the sub 24 imbalance pools. As you see, there are some $100 billion pools sub 24K. And if you go to the highest time frame at the 2-year, we do see that thick band down at 23.6, 261 billion, 177 billion at 24 even. So do we come down and gobble that up or not at some point in the near future? Let's go back to the monthly, because that's where it's most expressive on this external range. And then we'll go into the charts for Binance and then see what we were looking at yesterday. All right, so yesterday we outlined the pools of the 100x and 50x partner in crime here. These guys, these little bubbles, 26,991 and 27,271. So we have 26,991, 27,271. We have yet to come up to that region, but that still could be a possibility. We're getting these rounded tops, but not really going anywhere within the range. A lot of prominent YouTubers putting out bearish projections after the fact when they were bull trapping their audience up here. So it's kind of ironic how Johnny come lately they are. We're talking about 236 entry models for shorts up here, and they're talking about breakouts to 30K and stuff. So so it would make sense that at the bottom of a move for the short, they're calling for a short here. They're calling for longs here and shorts here. That's retail for you. All right, so let's go ahead and throw on our oscillators, shall we? What is this little bit of happiness? Well, the link is in the description for more. momentummaster.info. Scroll down to the features and see what the schematic looks like with all the components on. Toggle switches there. You can turn on each component as it comes into prominence. One cool thing is that this looks very similar in a manner to the schematic. So you have this kind of thing telling you got 7 time frames oversold. You sure you want to be calling out shorts here? The shorts were up here, bro. Up here. Now we're starting to think about possible bounce, at least a relief bounce to the tune of coming back into this range now. We'll just leave it at this for now because we don't know what it's going to do. But it looks like short but sweet. What it's doing right now on the 15 is reclaiming the cloud, and the cloud is shifting and curving in a manner here. You're getting right to that thinning spot on the 15 minute. Hourly cloud is mighty thick. You'd have to break through it with some conviction. Being just frugal, we can do it like that. We can just say, like, is it going to do something like this? Hourly time frame is overbought here. We have to make this short and sweet. I had to take my son to school today, and I have an early meeting after that. So 4 hour, the one thing I noticed last night was the 4 hour baselines crossing up. What do I mean by that? Well, in the components here, you can toggle the baselines. They're your first sign of reversal, and we're getting a cross-up event with the price holding the baselines here. Now, in times that those things play out, when the price stays above the baselines after crossing, you get a slight move to the upside. Does it last forever? Of course not, but you can get this nice little burst. Here's it. Where is it? Cross up. Holds, 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 burst. So getting this little burst above the baselines, you know, 2.4% burst for Bitcoin is pretty good. So does it need to happen right away? No, this was a whole 2 days before it occurred, but it held the baselines the entire time. So are we starting to insinuate that that could occur? Where you locked in a 6 time frame oversold bubble here, and if we went to the Coinbase chart, we were noticing a rocket ship that locked in on the 4 hour time frame, which was interesting. It's got both here. This is a rocket ship and a helix symbol. So the Coinbase locked in a rocket ship on the higher time frame, which is rare to say the least. So are we going to get a bounce? I would say yes, in some fashion. Starting to see this oversold nature of the Williams and everything on the 4 hour. Coming to the 6 hour, also got that subtle support. And if you go to the 12 hour, also got that support on your side. The Williams could come down a little bit more here, but in this case it didn't, and it started to make its ascent, even though it was a very shallow dip. So it could be very much the same. 12 hour, 6 hour, 4 hour in your favor. Also looking at the 22 starting to insinuate that move as well. Coming to the daily coming down here, we're at the daily cloud. We came back for a cloud kiss on the daily time frame, and this pool was reclaimed, so we can delete it. Boom, it was exact. I think we were off by like what, $30 or something. Okay, so the baselines on the daily though coming down with that suppressive force. That's why we talk about these little baseline cross downs. before the move happens, when you start to see the price breaking down with the baselines above you, considering that short is the play, and conversely with the longs. And we were talking about that 3-day ABC idea because the cloud rejecting here at the cloud thinning and starting to come down. It's the same thing either way. You could flip it. You get that cloud retest and continuation idea. 3-day failing the thin boy baseline and coming back to the fat boy for a potential bounce. The baseline crossed up on the 3-day and we started to see this 3-day play. Now you're getting a little bit of a retrace after being overbought on the 3-day. Does this mean you're going to have like a double top scenario? Probably, because mostly it's M's and W's for days, so you can make another another M here and then break down later. But at least a little relief, Friday relief rally, October 13th bounce could be in store. And that was our ascent through the time frames. This time we went from the bottom of the time frames up. So coming back down again, 5-hour holding that level. So we're holding the 706 region. And there we go. So yeah, what do I expect? Well, this is what I expect. I expect a retrace into some of the liquidity here at the top of the shorts, 26,991, 27,271. Short but sweet. Sometimes it's easier than other days to see where it wants to go. I'd be surprised otherwise. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. And I thank you for your time. So thank you for coming on into the live and sharing your essence with me in this eternal moment of which we all share an inextricable and inexorable part. Thank you for doing your part, for coming on in. We'll do the same, bringing the fire, the action, the precision, all that fun stuff. And we'll catch you for NQ Futures Friday. Hopefully we'll have some members from the Discord coming in, chilling like